gentlemen, welcome to the opening bout. We are live at Nexus. This fight is brought to you by Century Inn. 3 by 2 minute rounds, modified Thai rules. In the middleweight division, your referee in charge of this contest, Mr. Chris Anderson. Introducing first, fighting out of red corner, trained by Don Miller out of the Supafight gym. Wearing blue, white and black tie shorts with an official weight 71.65 kilograms. Tonight, he makes his debut, representing South Melbourne, Glazer. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting at the blue corner, trained by Nathan Ellison out of Addiction Kickboxing. Wearing black trunks with white and green. He's had 2 fights with an official weight of 69.4 kilograms. Hailing from Thailand, ladies and gentlemen, John Gallogley. Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 1, round 1.
And we are away ringside at Nexus. Bex Tui with you alongside the legend Sam Greco, and it's good to have a start, isn't it, Sam?
It is great to have a start. I think the crowd has been waiting for this for the last 45 minutes.
You predicted John Gallogley in the black shorts, the shorter one would burrow his head and just start having a red hot crack, and he's done that early on.
Well, interesting here, we've got a southpaw versus an orthodox, and Gallogley, like I said, would probably want to see the fight fought closer than what he wants, instead of as a distance. Glazer want to fight at a distance due to his reach.
100%, the long straight techniques, I always curl for them. Already some dominance in the grapple shown by the taller Glazer. You would feel that coming from a Muay Thai gym as well.
Well, as you saw a takedown there, I mean, they're all counted when we fight in Thai rules. Those takedowns are, are counted as points.
You must have loved a little bit of grappling, even though you were traditionally a karate kickboxing expert.
Yes, I did indeed.
Always good to be able to use that size, get the opposing head lower than yours, and just lean your weight away, and that's something Glazer has done well early. Very willing, though, is Gallogley.
Well, I'll tell you what I've seen here, Glazer's using the clinch very, very cleanly, using his knees, using his reach to advantage, attacking Gallogley's legs, But what Gallogley's hoping for, and I saw him work, was the body and trying to that overhand right.
Yeah, high and low, get those elbows to drop down. This one, 3 by 2, modified Thai rules, which means no elbows to the head. But they're, of course, unpadded, which means those shin kicks, particularly to the body set, can work wonders.
Yeah, they do indeed. They do indeed. There was a slip there by Glazer. Glazer seems to be attacking low and high with those kicks, which is great to see. I'd like to see a lot more checking from Gallogley, and not wearing as many.
Yeah, certainly going to hurt, even over the course of 3 by 2 minute rounds, as Don Miller screams for Chris Anderson to get the boys back and working again, get the taller Glazer at range, and that'll do round 1, thanks to Century Inn. Max Glazer definitely dominant there, Seth.
He definitely did dominate it. He used his reach to his advantage.
All very good in the clinch and in the knees. We'll see as we head into round 2 here at the Nexus Fight Series. If Max Glazer can put 2-0 rounds on Gallogley. Gallogley starts well with the black gloves. A lot of work rate, but is any of that getting through, Sam?
No, look, they're touching away. They're not power punches. He's standing directly in front of him, which is also a dangerous thing. Great way to come out, but not very effective.
Is that a footwork issue if a guy's working that hard and obviously throwing a lot of shoulder into the punch, but there's no start?
Well, if you have a look at his stance, he goes from being orthodox and getting caught square where his feet are virtually straight.
And you get no leverage straight down the line, which is what you want. Some good high leg work with the knee there by Glazer. You can hear the Supafight team screaming for more. This one, just fight number 1. We've got 10 scheduled, including both Boldachinos, Kim and Steve, and a 4-man light heavyweight eliminator worth $5,000 tonight. It's going to be a huge night.
Yeah, Max Glazer seems to be the more experienced one from in close, working those knees very, very well.
A high kick from Glazer, very well done, looking to drop that right hand down of Gallogley. Gallogley often getting caught in a clinch, it seems, more because he's just a little fatigued from wearing all those shots.
He is indeed, as you can hear Don Miller in the corner calling and bring it up the middle. So he's obviously calling either for the knee or an uppercut, whichever it may be off the clinch.
They'd almost love to be able to fire one of those step-up elbows or an uppercut elbow out of that situation.
It's good to see, Glazer's throwing some straight from southpaw position, throwing beautiful straight left hands. He should try and keep that distance, because I think that's his distance where he'll probably win this tonight.
Keep the distance, and then neither man on the way in would be the instruction, I think, from the K1 legend. That's the voice of Sam Greco here at Nexus, one of the many superstars in and around centre ring tonight. Max Glazer from Supafight Gym in the blue camo, doing a number on the very willing and tough Scotsman, John Gallogley. Sorry, Sam, a slip there from Gallogley.
Number 2. But touch gloves, this is the third and final round.
Here we are, Nexus Fight Series, the first fight of our second instalment, brought to you by Century Inn. This fight, a wonderful hotel just outside Traralgon if you're looking to stay in the valley. Slipping on his backside is Max Glazer. A big cheer from the Throw Gallogley crowd, and they get behind the underdog out in these parts, Sam.
Of course they do. They enjoy these fights. They enjoy knockdowns, unfortunately.
They supported my career for 2 years. I could certainly vouch for that. A few minutes to go in this one. Big night ahead, which we'll focus on in just a minute, featuring some of the best light heavyweights in the country. Some blood on the nose of Gallogley.
There's that clinch we were talking about. The strength of Glazer turning around off the clinch is really good. As you can see, Glazer's trying to push him off and get that distance to throw that straight left hand.
Working directly out of that clinch, that precious half a second where your opponent might be disoriented or thinking, I can take a breath here. You get to work, you get the chocolates.
Of course.
Oh, a knee there from Gallogley, went very close to the
crown jewels.
Ancestral bits, yes.
Yeah.
Max Glazer. About a minute to go on this one, I would think. Should know better, we are sitting next to the timekeeper.
Yes, I want to see Gallogley throw a lot more right hands, especially against a southpaw. You've got to step out to your left, step on the outside of the southpaw's right leg with your left and throw plenty of right hands. And they normally hit it straight on the button.
Yeah, used to effect against many a southpaw fighter, but Glazer using his long levers, big teep there, big push kick to keep Gallogley away. And you caught one of them on the way in, and I tell you what, it changes your plans.
Yeah, look, Glazer's very, very smart here. He's keeping him at bay. When he comes in, he just clinches and he sort of holds it at bay at all time. He knows he's stronger there.
There's really nowhere to hide for poor John Gallogley, and it looks like he's going to add to his record of 0-2. Very willing, very tough is the Scotsman, but Max Glazer for a first fight, very polished, and Don Miller will be happy with what he's seen tonight.
Yeah, definitely got to give both fighters, you know, credit for tonight.
Max Glazer. Opening down right here at Nexus.
What a wonderful first bout, Sam Greco. We've got 9 to go.
Great to see, I tell you what, it's just great to see this show start.
After 3 rounds of action, we've gone to the judges' scorecards. Our 3 judges score the contest 30-27, declaring the winner via unanimous points, red corner Max Glazer.
A shutout for the Supafight Gym young gun. He's tall, he's lean, he uses his levers well. We said it enough. We like what we see from Max Glazer.
Yeah, I'd love to see this kid on the circuit in the near future. I think it'll be great. And look, you know what? All credit to Gallogley. He goes away, obviously, with another loss. But you know what? Let's not treat it as a loss. Treat it as an experience and what we can do from here on.